This is probably the most significant update that we have presented on this leadership development and decision-making work since 2015.
It's a 4-part presentation all around this 100-year change that people need reskilling. Human beings need reskilling. So we start with understanding the problem. I'm going to take you through people to jobs mismatch. That's the bottom line we're going to share with you, is that there's a mismatch in how people and jobs are matched at work. And this kind of mismatch occurs every 100 years. The job, the work has changed. So this notion of how to be productive has changed. On the people side, this new skill that's required, it's your ability to successfully navigate uncertainty, otherwise known as decision-making. Leaders need to manage transformation, and there's a lot of pressure to learn how to do this, and they're looking for people who can actually navigate this kind of complex environment.
This was been on our culture tour even pre-COVID, was all the studies saying this left side of how work used to be. And I like this terminology of thinking of it as in the light work versus in the dark, because you can physically just think about it this way. In the light work is like going into a room and you can see everything. It's clear what to do. In the dark is the same as walking into a dark room and you can't see anybody, anything, and how to navigate that. That's the notion of what people are saying today, chronic uncertainty. And we said 2020, this change would happen. We did not expect COVID to happen, obviously. When COVID happened, everyone attributed all the chaos and everything breaking apart to COVID. Only once COVID kind of settled down, in the beginning of 2023 is when people said, wait, we're not going back to 2019. Before COVID, 90-10 was the light versus dark. And even in fields like legal, accounting, tech, these jobs were changing so fast that the shift occurred 60-40 light to dark pre-COVID. What we're seeing now is many industries, the shift is already 90-10. The best way to think on the left side, clear work, is when you go into work and you have a list. And when you check off things on that list, that's a productive day.
That's a litmus test, how you know you're doing the light work.
Versus on the right side, you know when you go into work and you don't even know where to start. I want to be productive, but I don't even know where to start. And that is what is happening with skills. The old skill, the way the organizations, the culture is built, the majority of jobs was followership. Following someone's instruction. Like you're just supposed to contribute to someone else's decision, someone else's strategy, versus the new skill of leadership. The hardest part is decision making, and there are two types of decision making skills. I'm not talking about the slow analytical decisions. Now with AI and everything else, computers do that faster and more accurately than human beings. But fast decision making, being decisive, having judgment, that is the unique human skill, and that is the skill that's most in need. However, when it is dark work, unclear work, being decisive, applying good judgment, fast decision-making is 1,000 times harder when it's not clear what to do. And that is the human challenge in the skill to upskill. And we could literally stop the presentation here and be like, let that sink in, because that is why we're having the problems we're having.